Hello, this is Mandy with Scott Leroy Marketing, and today's class is paid ads and social post campaigns. If you are here with me live, definitely feel free to drop any comments or questions in the chat. I'll be happy to help get those answered in real time for you. And if you're watching this back on recording, you can always reach out to us via email, support@scottleroymarketing.com. And so if you're just joining in, I'm going to drop some links in the chat for you really quick. I shared these with you guys earlier if you came in just before one. But there's some good links in the chat for you. Go ahead and make sure you save those. And then also for today's class, being paid ads and social post campaigns. Let me give you an overview of what that means. So within your command, you have a few ways of actually interacting with your social platforms from command. And you can do that right here underneath the campaigns tab, little megaphone on the left-hand side. If you're not super familiar with the icons just yet, you can always click that red square at the top and it will pop the names out for you. So we're going to go ahead and click on campaigns here. Within campaigns, you have two types that I'll be going over today. Paid ads right here. This is where you can actually set up and purchase marketing ads that will go across Facebook, Instagram, and or Google, a couple of Google's platforms. So I'll go over that in detail with you about which platforms they will work across. And then your other campaign option that I'll cover today is social posts. This is pretty self-explanatory. It's just making a post onto your social platforms. You can link Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I'm going to say that hesitantly. I believe that's undergoing an update. Can't prove it, can't back it up. We don't have anything officially released from KW at this time. However, the connection to Twitter has been a little sketchy over the past few weeks. So we're anticipating there's an update coming there. But as of right now, you should be able to still create social posts that will also post to Twitter. So today we will cover those. I'll actually walk you through creating a paid ad. I'll walk you through creating a social post as well. And at the end of class, I'll share, if we've got some time, I'll share some free resources with you guys on where to get some free content, right? That's always a blessing. And so, first things first, let's cover how to get your platforms connected to command. Now, I'm going to give you the brief overview version of this because we have tech tip videos on our YouTube channel that will actually walk you step by step on how to get the social platforms linked to command. I just want to show you where these little guys live so that you can go and make sure yours are connected. Okay. So, first things first, let's actually go over. I keep saying first things first, and I'm pretty sure we're on number five. So, let's just say next things next. Over here in the top right, where your name is at the top of command, go ahead and click on that and click on settings if you're following along with me. And this is your applications page. This is where those other platforms, like your social platforms, link to command. Your first section right here are your connected apps. You may already see your social platforms in this particular area right here. If I scroll down, the first thing that we have right here for Facebook, post scheduling is an indicator to you that that is for your social post campaigns. You will connect your platforms in two separate places, one for paid ads and one for social post. So this thing I'm showing you right here, this is where to connect for social post campaigns. Okay. So this is where you would connect your Facebook and also your Instagram. What you want to see is it showing that it's connected in a connected status right here. If it says not connected, that's okay. Again, tip videos on our YouTube channel will walk you step by step on actually how to get them connected. Your Facebook account will need to have a Facebook business page created. If you haven't done that yet, or you're not sure where to find yours, there is a tech tip video also on our YouTube channel that will also help you with that in creating that Facebook business page. For Instagram, the Instagram account does need to be a business Instagram account. It also needs to be linked on the back end to your Facebook account. So There is a tip video again that will show you. It's named How to Connect Your Instagram for Social Post Campaigns, and it will show you how to make sure it's converted to a business account, not just a general Instagram. And it will also show you how to link it on the back end to Facebook. So please check that out. It's really good to go and grab those tech tip videos. That way you can slow them down and pause them so you can go through the steps yourself as you're following along. And so the other social platform here for social post campaigns is Twitter. Like I was mentioning to you before, as an example, this is what it looks like when it's not connected. So you can simply come over here and click connect account and follow the prompts. It most likely will ask you to log in to that social platform. Then it will identify your account or your Facebook business page. It will identify your Instagram business page and just have you select it to say, hey, yes, that's the one I want linked to my command. And then it'll confirm for you that it's done it and change that status to connected. You can connect more than one to your command at a time, and you can do that by choosing the Connect More button over here that will show once you have that first account connected. Okay. And this is where, again, just for the guys coming in, we're just looking at where to connect those social platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to your command for social post campaigns. Okay. Let's look at the next connection. The next connection is going to be for paid ad campaigns, the ones where you actually purchase ads to run on those social platforms. You may have noticed right here that this is our second Facebook entry right here, and it does say Ads Manager, indicating it's for the paid ads campaigns. But do notice the peach banner right below says that this has now moved. Notice our Manage button is grayed out over here. These do connect in a different location. So you can still come right here to your settings page in Command, and then you would just click Paid Ad Settings. Give it just a second. It's taking you back over to your paid ad campaigns platform, and it will take us right to where we need to be to link this Facebook page. This I'm actually going to walk you through here and show you the questions that it asks, because this is probably what we get the most questions about is linking that Facebook page to your command for paid ads. But also, please know there is another tip video that will show you how to link Facebook to your paid ads. I just need to clear my throat. And so, just a review for paid ad campaigns. While you can create paid ads for Facebook, Instagram, and Google, the only account that you'll actually link to command for those is Facebook. As long as your Instagram is linked to the back end of Facebook that I mentioned earlier, then you only need to link Facebook for paid ad campaigns, and it will automatically make sure those ads go on to not just your Facebook account, like your Facebook business page, but also onto your business Instagram as long as it's linked to that Facebook business page. Again, tip video will show you how to link that Instagram to your Facebook and your Facebook to command. So make sure to check that out. Okay. Ruth, fabulous question. That was my next point. She asked, is that true if you have a different Google account, like a Google business page? You do not have to have your own Google account to link to Facebook the way, or excuse me, to link to command. I'm going to say that clearer again. You do not need to have your own Google account linked to command for paid ad campaigns. The way KW set it up, it actually uses a global account. And so while, yes, you can do paid ad campaigns onto Google, it does not need your personal Google linked. Okay. So no need to worry about linking that to your command. Let's walk through adding this Facebook page really quickly, and then we're going to jump into a paid ad together, and I'm going to walk you step by step. So right here, we had just clicked on paid ad settings to link a Facebook page, and I'll click add a Facebook account. Ask to continue. You'll notice it's going to redirect us to Facebook. It asks if I want to continue with the one that I had previously logged into. Just say yes, continue. And this is what you might see if you had previously connected it. I'm going to click edit just so you can see what you would normally see if this is your very first time. Okay. So this is what you should see your very first time trying to link Facebook to paid ad campaigns. It's just asking if you want to give permission for your current business pages or all future business pages that you might create beyond this. Totally your choice. Shouldn't affect performance. We're going to go ahead and stick with just our current business pages here. Make sure you select which ones you want. Like if you have a completely different side hustle and you don't want that link to your command and happen to accidentally post real estate information on another business, then you can certainly uncheck that business page. Okay. So just make sure you've got the one click that you want and click continue. Next, it's just asking for permission on your business portfolios. We happen to have two business portfolios underneath this login. You may only see one or multiple. Again, just make the choice that's personal for you about which one you want to give permission to from command. Goes over your access request. Go ahead and read that in detail and click save when you're done. From here, it just gives you the thumbs up that you're connected and you can click got it. It's going to redirect us back to command and it's going to show us a drop down of the different business pages that we selected. So we selected two, but one of them is already linked. So you'll see that it's grayed out here. That's all it means. So we'll choose the one that's not linked yet and choose next. At this point, it may also ask you to look at the terms and agree to those. It's optional, but definitely follow those prompts if it gives them to you. You'll notice we got a green banner of success, and now our Facebook business page is linked right here. And as I shared earlier, you can definitely link more than one to your command account. Okay, especially for you guys that are on a team, you can absolutely choose more than one. Okay. So now that our social platforms are linked to command, let's actually take a look at paid ads in depth. I'm going to navigate back to command just so we all have a general place of navigation to show you where to go from there to look at your paid ads. So I'm going to click this red KW in the top. Just clear my throat another minute. Thank you guys for your patience. And then from right here within command, again, we're on our campaigns tab right here on the left. We clicked on our paid ads tab up here in the center. And this dashboard that you're kind of looking at here, if you're looking right to get started right away with your paid ads, you can immediately jump in by clicking quick start right here, which we're going to do in a minute to get you right on over to the place we just were where you can immediately start building out those paid ads. So if you're ever in a quick hurry, that's your button right there. You just want to grab it. Or you can always choose your create campaign in the top right and choose create paid ad, and it will take you to the same place. Further down on this dashboard, you have a few options. Sorry about that, an alarm clock went off. Um, so down on the dashboard a little bit further, you can see manage paid ad campaigns. And if you have any currently running or previously running paid ads, they would appear right here. A little further down, it's just some good FYI, some little training blurbs here, little videos. You can come check them out whenever you have some extra time. We also have more available on our YouTube channel as well. These are the KW ones, though, linked right here that you can come and read or watch, rather. So now let's go ahead. We're going to use our quick start button just to jump right back into paid ads. And here we are. You may recognize the menu on the left-hand side. This is the same place we were back here just a minute ago, linking our Facebook account. So you'll notice we're on our dashboard now. And every one of these little squares on the right-hand side, those are different paid ads that you can run. So I'm going to give you a little overview of what each one of these are on the right-hand side. Let me zoom in a little bit because there's some small print on a few of these, and I want to make sure that you get to see it. First, notice that underneath our quick start, we have some objective filters that we can use. If you want to see all of your available paid ads, leave it on all objectives and you'll see more than likely in your account, you'll see 11. If you're on a team, you'll see 11. If you're a solo agent, you'll probably see 10. If you're on Market Center leadership, you'll probably see 11 or 12. So it just depends. Don't be alarmed if you jump in your account and you're only seeing 10 available. That's because there is one that is very particular for just teams, and there's another that's only available to Market Center leadership. Your other filter options are generate traffic. This means you want to drive as many consumers to a particular landing place, like your KW agent site. So these paid ads work great for just generating that traffic, getting your attention driven over to a place like your KW agent site. Others are for generating leads. These are trying to capture lead information for you so that you have some leads to reach out to and start forming that relationship and converting them to customers or clients rather. Give me just 1 second, guys. For your patience. If you were with me last week, you can tell I sound so much better, but I am taking it a little easy today and a little slow. So I just want to make sure I don't start coughing on the mic with you. All right. And so those are your filters right here at the top. Okay. And as we go down, each little square is going to give you a little information about what type of lead this is. For instance, the icons on the top left are an indicator to you to what type of ad they are, like the little purple one with the house here. That's going to indicate to you that it's for a listing. The purple with the ad just below that will indicate to you that it's a non-listing ad. Think about like an event that you had to advertise. That is going to be paid ads that will be good for that. Coming down a little bit further here, let me go back to all objectives. Coming down a little bit further, if you're trying to attract buyers and sellers, you may see a blue or green house sitting in a hand. Attract sellers, there's that blue house in the hand. Attract buyers, it's a hand with money in it. Okay. And you don't have to memorize these guys. Notice that the name of the actual paid ad is very clear about what it is purposed to do. This is the one with the Market Center leadership that I was referencing before. So you will most likely not see this unless you are on Market Center leadership. And then coming on down, again, just our listing, attract buyer and seller. So let's scroll back up and look at the icons in the top right-hand corner. This will show you what platform these paid ads will go on. Like this one is for Facebook and Instagram. I do want to add, you don't have to use Instagram. If you don't want to use Instagram, you do not have to have it connected to your Facebook account. And so in that way, it would just run the paid ads on Facebook. But if you happen to have a business Instagram account and you have it linked to your Facebook business page, then that paid ad will run on both of these platforms for this one ad. Coming on down, you'll notice the majority of the ads are for Facebook and Instagram, but we can get into the Google ones right down here. The ones that you see with the G, the Google G right here, that is actually Google search ads. And remember, no account is needed. You don't have to worry about linking a Google account to your command. Okay. So with that Google G, the search ads are what populate when you go to like google.com and search for something. It comes up in the search results, and you know how usually the first few results that come up are for like you'll see a little ad option beside them, or they'll have a notification that say ad. This is that. You can run a paid ad so that your information begins populating in Google results, Google search results. Let me say that clearer. Okay. You also have these paid ads down here that have the little TP or the Google A. These are Google AdSense, also known or referred to as Google Display Network. This is still a Google paid ad that you can run right here from within your command. This actually are the ads that you see when you go on certain websites. Think about like recipe pages or news articles, online magazines, things like that. And you go onto people's websites and they'll have ads in the body of the paragraph or they'll have them on the sides of whatever you're viewing. This is that. Okay. So Google AdSense would go onto websites that correspond with your type of paid ad. The G will go onto Google search results and populate your ad there. Okay. Ruth is asking a great question. Is it less expensive if it is only one platform? It's actually not based on the particular platform, so to speak, but the type of ad that you run. And I'll show you that in just a second. Well, actually, we can go ahead and cover it now. If I scroll back up, some of these paid ads are budget, where you decide the amount, the budget, and the time, okay, the duration. So you spend X dollars over an X number of days. And you can definitely get in here and run paid ads for extremely cheap. I'm talking you can do like a 2 or 3 day ad for $10, $20. So you don't have to break the bank to get started. I'm actually a big fan, and this is just personal opinion, but if you're looking to build brand recognition, you want to run those ads over a long period of time in a small area so that you're getting that saturation anyway. So, running small budget marketing through paid ads can be a great way to build your business. Um, and so, these right here at the top, especially the Facebook and Instagram ones, they are where you can choose the amount of money you spend over a certain number of days. And I'll show you that in just a second. Okay. But if you come on down, you'll notice that some of these say monthly recurring subscription, and those do tend to be your Google search results. The reason they have a monthly recurring subscription is because these are long plays. Again, think brand recognition. How long does it take you before you start recognizing someone's logo or colors or names before you start recognizing their business, right? So it takes a while to build brand recognition. These particular paid ads will do that for you, but they need to run a long time in order to build the best results for you. So these tend to be monthly recurring subscriptions. The lowest expensive one I've seen is 250 a month. So these are getting a little higher, but again, ROI, right? Return on investment. So you decide what's best for your business. If your marketing budget can handle this right out of the gate or right now where you are in business, then maybe this is something you want to look at. Okay. So again, price isn't based on how many platforms they go out to. It's actually based on the type of ad that you're running. Okay. Esther, I actually don't have a preference between Facebook and Google. Thank you for your question. I think it's really based on your personal business and what kind of business you want to build. So it's you get to pick your audience. You're in business. So you get to choose what you want to do. Both of them I've seen be extremely lucrative and productive and profitable for agents. So, David, are ads on multiple platforms more expensive or is it more exposure for a flat rate? It's not necessarily a flat rate, um, because it's not like, $50 will get me both Facebook and Instagram. Um, and so it doesn't cost less if you limit the platforms you run the paid ad on. I hope that makes sense. And if I didn't understand your question correctly, just let me know. But let's go ahead and jump into one of these paid ads, guys, and I'll actually show you how to get this set up. We're going to use the most popular one right here, this listing. It's a single image or video. And when it is for a listing, guys, it will pull that information for you. So you don't have to manually upload it. It will pull it right from the MLS. And so I'm going to show that to you here. You'll notice, let me zoom back out because we've lost our little preview. There we are. So right here in the middle of your page is where we'll enter details. On the right-hand side, you should see your ad preview, okay? So it'll show you what it's looking like before you confirm. At the top, it'll ask you what Facebook page you want to use. It'll let you choose from all the ones that you've linked. We'll go ahead and choose that one. And the next section is for listings. Since this is a paid ad for listings, you can click Please add your listings. Right here, you'll need to use the filters at the top left to find the listing that you want to run the paid ad for. So you can come in here and search for your listing. I know this says MLS ID. That's actually the MLS number. Okay. You might hear MLS ID referred to as your username for your MLS. When you see it in the format here for campaigns, this is actually the MLS number for that listing. So that's probably going to be your most accurate right there. But you can use MLS ID. Street address is another good one, and listing agent. Just showing you the three that probably will get you the best results so that you don't have to thumb through so many. But you would just go ahead and pick which one you want, and you can choose whether it equals exactly or just contains that certain piece of data. And so we're going to go ahead and type in a value, 123 Main Street, and you can click away from the filters, and it should bring up the listings that match that particular filter. And we'll just go ahead and grab our guy right here, select it, and choose select. Notice that it automatically starts updating that preview on the right-hand side. It pulled that MLS image right in to our ad, and we can adjust this later. You don't have to get stuck with just what the main MLS photo is. I'll show you how to adjust this in a minute. Next is targeting. Now, while the ad that I'm showing you is going to let us target based on that listing's location or a custom location, there are other paid ads that will let you target based on your database. Okay. So definitely go in and check those out. Again, this is an overview class. I don't have time to go through every paid ad, but there are paid ads that will let you target your database. Um, David, does posting an ad on multiple platforms cost more? No. Paid ads, the price for them, it for this particular paid ad that we're working on right now, price is determined by you. If you want to throw $200 at it and then pick a duration of 5, 10 days, that's your choice. But it's going to go on Facebook or Instagram, one or the other or both, and that will not affect your cost. Okay. So your cost is based on the type of paid ad you choose, not necessarily the platform. Okay. So right here for targeting, you're welcome. Let me know if I'm not answering it clearly. I want to make sure I'll get it across. Targeting right here. Again, two options on this listing paid ad. A listing location target will let us choose a radius around the address of the listing. So you get to choose. Just please keep in mind what budget you're working with. If you've got $20 to throw at this thing today, I do not recommend choosing a 40-mile radius. That means it's going to be like a shotgun effect. It's going to be scattered from here to Kansas, right? And so just make sure that you're actually getting the results you want. If you want to work with a small budget, or even if you want to work with a big budget, if you're looking for brand recognition and you're looking to build that community where they will be able to recognize you and know you as the local expert, keeping this radius small usually gets better results. Okay. But saying that too, if you have a listing that maybe is in a location that is rural and you need to be able to reach more people to let them know it is out there, then you might want to consider a bigger target radius because there will be less people within that radius, right? So just do whatever you need to do for that particular piece of business. Custom location will allow you to enter up to 10 zip codes or city names. So maybe you have, like we have some agents with international listings, and they want to target specific cities that would have high tourism, right? So you can come in here and actually enter different cities and zip codes that have zero to do with each other, completely across the board, scattered everywhere. Again, just choose whatever is best for your business. Coming on down, media type. For media type, this is where you can adjust what you see right here in your ad. On the left-hand side, it gives you image or video. If you choose image, you can choose from any of the MLS images right here and change it to be whatever you want. You'll give it a second and you should see your preview update on the right-hand side. And then you do also have the option to upload a custom image if you have something else. Maybe you've gone into your command designs and you've created a social piece that you want to use instead of an actual image of the listing. That is 100% okay to use, or any other kind of custom image, and you would just upload it here. Okay. Erica, there's not a paid ad right now for interests. That's a fabulous question, though. Not at this time. Oh, but let me add this, Erica. There are some of like the Google search ads. They do go off of keywords, and it will let you actually use positive keywords and create a negative keyword list. So there is control over that. Okay. So you can usually tweak that to be what you're looking for. Facebook and Instagram, there's not. Okay. All right. And so here for image and video, there's also theme options over here on the right. You can choose to say just listed, and it will put a banner across your image here that you'll see in two shakes. There it is. You can also choose just sold, and you'll see it change that wording right there too. Okay. It also changes the wording up here at the top of your ad as well. So when you come down here to the text section, you can actually adjust the text. The body text is what appears at the top. The headline, ironically, is at the bottom down here of your ad, and you can adjust both. If you want to use emojis, you have options here to pick those. You want to use AI, you also have the option. This little wand with the stars around it will actually give you the option to use AI to write your actual ad. If you're not sure where to start, you can suggest again and again, and it will change the wording. You can also change the style as well. Like maybe you want vibrant, and give it just a second and it should update, right? And so you can adjust this as just how you like it. Put your cursor in there, remove some of the text if you want. Like this cuts off mid-sentence. So maybe you just want to remove that whole sentence. And you can click apply and it will adjust that. You may have also seen when I put my cursor in here, it will update to show these merge tags. So they they call them chips here. In other places in Command, you may see them referred to as merge tags. But essentially what these are is it will pull the information right from the MLS or from your profile within Command. So maybe for your listing, you would like to have the city named where it says bustling city of, will actually take out the city name and add the chip there. So whatever the city is listed on the listing itself in the MLS, that data will pull into your text and auto-populate for you. Okay. So you've got some options here to adjust your text. Coming on down, post lead submission destination. This is where the consumers will go after they click on your ad. Now, some of these paid ads have their own lead capture form. This particular ad does have that, and you would see them on the dashboard. When I was going over the icons with you on those paid ads, it will tell you includes Facebook lead capture form or use your own lead capture form. For this particular ad, Facebook uses their own lead capture form. So the person that goes and clicks on your ad, they will either have their permissions set where Facebook actually grabs all their data without them having to fill anything out and sends it to you, or they have to fill out a form that Facebook provides to them. Either way, whichever happens based on that consumer's permissions within Facebook, that data, that information, that lead contact information will automatically populate within your command database as a contact, and you will get a notification of a new lead. After that happens, after the lead information is captured, where does that consumer go? That would be this. You need to say where you want that lead to actually end up after clicking on your ad. Okay. So right here, you can enter a URL specifically like your KW agent or team site. So we'll just go ahead and enter ours. Okay. There is, it's not funny. It says it's invalid for a minute there. Very funny. Okay. So our KW agent site is right here. Make sure you click preview. Okay. Make sure it actually works and goes to the site that you want it to. The last thing you want to do is pay money for this and it end up taking them to a fake link, a link, or a broken link. So this is definitely our site. It opens up like it should. So we'll close that tab, but that's that preview URL link right here. Definitely use it if you type in your URL. So you can use any landing page that you want. I know it says landing page, and in other parts of your command, when it goes to your agent site, you may have heard the term landing page, meaning it needs to be a standalone page. It doesn't need to be linked to your agent site. Back here in paid ads, it means something different. A landing page just means somewhere for that consumer to land after clicking on your ad. So it can be anything. It can be your KW agent site. It does not have to be a standalone landing page. Okay. Or if you choose landing page over here on the left, it will actually show you all of your KW agent site pages that you have associated with your KW agent site. Um, so you can come through and choose which one you want them to land on. Maybe if you have a property page on your site, you can choose that, leave a review, mortgage calculator. You've got some options, okay? But we're going to go ahead and leave it with entering our KW agent site there. Okay? And then just below that, lead settings. This is where when leads are automatically populating in your command database, you can have them actually automatically tagged as well by choosing a particular tag over here on the left. Like maybe we want to say website lead or Facebook. Um, if you want them to be tagged with a specific thing. And if you're not seeing the tag you want, you do have the option to create a new tag as well, but we'll say Facebook lead. And then you can have them automatically started on a smart plan too. A great thing. You clear my throat. Ruth, I see your question. I'm actually going to answer that. Excellent question. The smart plans, give me just 2 seconds. The smart plans right here, it's a great idea to go ahead and create a smart plan, a custom smart plan that has an email step that's just you introducing yourself, or maybe it's coming from contribution and you're giving away like your app link, suggesting they download your app for free so they can start shopping right away. Something like that is great to have in your command so that when you get new leads like this through social paid ads, you can have them go ahead and start on this smart plan immediately. And that email will go out to them, even if it's in the middle of the night, to go ahead and introduce yourself and say, hey, I got your information. I'll be reaching out to you in just 2 shakes. But for right now, here's some free resources for you just to get started until we connect. It's just a good way to go ahead and make that connection with that lead because that has a lot to do with how well you convert them, right? Or how often you convert them by you being the first person to actually respond back. And so, Erica, great question. Where to create a smart plan? We do have a class called Smart Plans Overview and a tip video on how to create a custom smart plan, or you can email us and let us know, and we'll send you all those resources. So, either our YouTube channel where you can find all those videos, let me drop that link for you, um, or you can email us and we'll be happy to send that over to you. Ruth, going back to your question, she asked if it could be an MLS page. Yes, Ruth, but the thing about landing the consumer on an MLS page to end is that do they have a place to go from there? That's why I always recommend do your KW agent site because they'll probably have other pages or resources on that site or a clear contact me form if they want to reach out to you directly again. Or there's also search options where they can start searching for other listings. So if you're going to use an MLS page, that's fine. You absolutely can do that. But is it kind of like a static page where that consumer is going to be at the end of their search? Or is it going to have options on there that the consumer can search more or find out more if they want to? Just something to keep in mind. Um, and so right here, you're welcome, Erica. So right here again, lead settings, you can set automatic tags and have them started on a smart plan immediately. Just a good way to automate your system. And next, compliance. If you have anything you need to enter for compliance, you can choose to customize this even further. Maybe you have a specific logo or wording that needs to be adjusted. It is set to default and you should be good there. Just because it does include your brokerage information, a KW logo, as well as each office is independently owned and operated is right here in teeny weeny tiny text. So most agents are going to be good to go, but if you do have something particular for your area you need to add, you can always click custom and add that in for compliance. From here, you can save drafts for paid ads. You can click this and circle back to it later. For us, we're going to proceed to the last step. And I want to show you this is where it gave me an error. Hold on, I was probably going too fast. I left it on custom. Let me go to listing location and set our radius. And come on back down. Right here. And this is your duration and budget, okay? Keep those questions coming, guys. For the sake of time, I just want to make sure I get through this for you and touch on the social post before class is over. But keep the questions coming because I'll stay a couple minutes after and make sure I get those answered for you. So right here, our finalize and publish page, we will set the duration and the budget, okay? So right here, we choose how long do we want to run the ad for. Highly recommend you run it for at least 2 to 3 days. The reason why paid ads works like a wave. It'll start trickling in, it'll peak, and then it will trickle on back out. And so when your results come in like that, you want to be able to run it for at least a few days to gain traction, right? Again, think brand recognition. You yourself, when you're on social platforms, how many times do you actually see an ad before you're willing to click on it and trust it, right? So just keep that in mind. When you come in here to set your duration, you can choose the calendar and choose how long you want it to run and when you want it to run. Do keep in mind that once you publish it, it can take up to 24 hours to actually officially start launching on those platforms because then Facebook has to approve the ad or Instagram has to approve the ad or Google. So there is a little bit of a time span between when you actually click go to when you'll actually see that ad start populating. Okay. From your duration, you can set your budget. It lets you know if this looks great or not, and you can use this slide scale or put your cursor in the box to determine your budget. I'll show you if we're gonna, so we got a 5 day duration set here. If I try to lower the budget there, it'll knock it back red and shows you that this is below the minimum spend per day because we're running for 5 days and this is only $3 a day. So you'd want to set it up just a little bit more. But even look, like at $35, I can come in here and run a 5 day ad. So you can do this on a friendly budget, okay, or on a low budget. You don't have to break the bank. You can start small if you want, and then based on your results, you know, make your changes from there on the second ad that you run. So anytime you want to put more money into this budget and anytime you want to run it for a longer duration, you will get more results. Chances, let me not use absolutes. You will more than likely receive better results. Okay. There's going to be like one agent that usually comes back and unfortunately didn't have a great experience. But 9 out of 10 times, depending on the location, duration, and budget, the more you put in, the more you get out. Okay. Coming on down to billing. This is where you'd enter your card information, and this amount that is cited right here is exactly what will come off of your bill. You don't have to worry about, unspent credits or anything like that. This is the amount that will be charged and that will be used. You can go ahead and choose purchase now or save as a draft. I'm going to save ours as a draft, and you get a green banner saying that. We're still back here on paid ads, and I want to show you that now it has us under the programs tab. Dashboard is where we could pick our paid ad and get started. Programs is where you currently have your drafts, your previously run ads, or the ads that you've just run and they're active. Okay. And so they will be listed here. As your paid ads begin to run, you'll be able to come here and click on them to view metrics. It will show you how many clicks, how many views, how many leads. That information will all be right here. Also, if you really like a paid ad that you ran and you got great results, you can even choose to clone it and just reset up your budget and your date, your timeline. And that way you're not recreating the wheel every time either. So you've got some good tools back here, some good metrics to keep track of those paid ads. You can always come back here and check on those. Okay. Questions coming in. Let's keep those going. I'm going to jump over to social posts real quick just to show them to you. Pretty self-explanatory and it goes really quick. And then I'll make sure I come back to those questions in the chat for you guys. So from here, I'm just going to click on my red KW to get back to command, and we're going to review social post campaigns. Again, this is just creating a post that would go onto your social platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and or Twitter. You can do one or all, okay? The only thing that, let me correct myself, you can do Twitter by itself if you want. You can do Facebook by yourself if you want. But if you want to run them on Instagram, it will more than likely go on your Facebook and your Instagram together. Okay, you'll have to have them linked together. But right here for social post campaigns, you can click on this tab. And right here on this dashboard, you'll notice that you have a calendar. It'll be a week calendar right here in the middle, unless you adjust this to see a month. But it will show any posts that you have scheduled. If you have them scheduled out, it will show you which days they are scheduled to run on and which platforms they'll post to. And so from here, let's say you just automatically know, okay, well, definitely on Saturday morning, I want something in on social media right away. So you can click on that day and it will immediately begin letting you create that social post. I'm going to come back out and show you that you can also create social posts by clicking create campaign in the top right and choose social post. Just letting you know what it looks like. On the left-hand side, you build it. On the right-hand side is your preview. So on the left, you do get to choose if it's Facebook or Instagram. I'm going to answer my own question here. It will let you run it on Instagram by itself. Just remember that you'll have to have both of them linked to your command in order to run it on Instagram. So you can choose one or all, one or multiple. Okay. So choose the platforms you want to run it on. And for right here for your content, it can be text, just words. Um, you can do that. You can use emojis. You can use images if you want to add media. This is where you can actually browse your designs. If you're going into your command designs and choosing a social piece that you want to create, that would be a great thing to do because there's a lot of free content back there. There's a lot of free stock images as well. So you can create a social piece in your command designs and use that on your social posts. Or you can also upload images or a video from your device. So you've got a few choices. I'm going to try to grab one of our social designs really quick that we'd already customized. It may or may not work again, guys, demo account. It may take it a second just to pull it in, but you should see that preview. Yeah, said it wasn't ready to use. So I'm going to browse files and just grab something that I've got on our computer here. And so then we'll go ahead and crop image and it will, nice little young Scott there. It will show your image over here on the right hand side to show you what your social post will look like. So again, choices, command designs, image, video, emojis, and words. whatever you want to use for your content. You do also have that compliance option as well. You can choose to have that ownership statement that will add it right here at the bottom of the image, a little small, but it's there. And you can also include your DBA logo if you want that logo to be added on. So that you can schedule the post, publish immediately, or save as a draft. Okay. If you're going to schedule the post, you can schedule these for up to a year so that you don't have to constantly come in here and maintenance your social post campaigns. You can sit down, spend a couple of hours creating your post, schedule them out through the years, like on the holidays or whatever, and then schedule it and let it run. Okay. If you want to publish immediately, you can choose that as well, and it will go as soon as you click publish post. I'm going to go ahead and schedule, actually, I'm going to save this as a draft and save as a draft here. And what it brought us back to is our dashboard. Notice we're under draft posts. So on the left-hand side, you're seeing all the posts that we've drafted, but we have not actually sent. If we switch back over to live, it will show us if we have any scheduled over here on the left. None at this time. On the right are quick posts. If you don't want to have to create the content, there are quick posts right over here on the right that you can click and they're almost completely done for you. You may have to enter one thing, like for the neighborhood video, you would choose the zip code. But other than that, the content is already created for you. You can simply click this button to share, look over the content, and schedule it to post. So there's some free content, quick posts right here that you can immediately do. Okay. And that is it, guys, for paid ads and social post campaigns. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording and I will get to these questions in the chat. Thank you for including those. But I will get those answered for you right now. And if you're watching this back on recording, you can always reach out to us, support@scottleroymarketing.com, and we'll be happy to help. Thanks for watching.